अस्सलामुअलैकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुहू। नहमदुहु व नुसल्ली अला रसूलिहिल करीम, अम्मा बाद, फ़अऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम, बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम। रब्बि इश्रह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली। I wanted to use this opportunity that we remind ourselves about Ramadan and sort of refresh the whole concept which is related to Ramadan. And this time when I want to talk about Ramadan, I want to touch on the professional aspect. Being doctors, being working in the field where you will be with the patients, you will have your duties, internship, and in all those scenarios, how you make sure that you are working on your Ramadan and also a source of guidance for your patients. If you look at Surah Al-Baqarah in verse number 183, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us about the purpose of Ramadan. Ya ayyuhallazina amanu kutiba alaykumus siyam kama kutiba alal lazina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun. You can split this whole ayah into three important areas. If you look at the translation, it says, O you who believe, observing fast is prescribed for you as it was prescribed for those before you, that you may become muttaqi. So the first part is being a believer. Many times I see people who are talking about their fluctuation in Iman. There is so much load of my career or studies, I have my exams coming up, then I'm constantly with the patients, day in day out. मेरी तो नमाजें भी ठीक नहीं हो रही होती हैं आजकल, उस तरह कुरान पढ़ा नहीं जा रहा होता. So this is a time in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us opportunity that we revive our faith. We sort of recharge ourselves for the rest of the year. So yes, you will be working, you will be having very tough routines, more tougher than the regular people who are sitting at home or maybe in some other professions. But for doctor, it is same. In fact, I have seen in my own practice that during Ramadan, so many patients, when they feel that they have nothing else to do or they are cutting out on their rest of activities, they sometimes think of all the diseases, even the chronic ailments, and they start landing in hospitals for their management. Second important concept in this ayah is Kutiba alaykumus siyam. This has been ordained on us. This is farz ibadah. This is an ibadah. Yes, we have exemptions and Quran tells us about those exemptions, and inshallah I will guide you towards them. But being healthy and an active frame of mind, and when you are coping with all activities day in, day out, and suddenly you say, since I am in my final year, fourth year, or I have so much load of my studies, or I'm appointed in a certain ward, I'm working in gynae, or I have so many duties, I'm in hospital 36 hours, it is so difficult to have sehri and iftar and maintain everything. Mujhe to roza bahut lagta hai, and then I am not able to even manage my patients, so I'm not fasting. This is no reason, unless the reasons are the same as have been told to us from Quran and Sunnah. This month of Shaban tells us we need to very vigilantly prepare ourselves that this month is coming up and I have to be fasting. And right now what I need to understand is what are my routines and how I can work on my stamina starting from the month of Shaban. That is why we find out that one important recommendation that comes our way is that all the fasts that you have missed out last year, you keep them in the month of Shaban. Why? Because Shaban is very close to Ramadan. Throughout Shaban, you are dreading the coming of Ramadan. And suddenly when Ramadan is over there, you say, okay, I'll be starting my fast. So that will become very difficult for you. But if you keep couple of fasts which were missed out, or even otherwise, if you feel that Alhamdulillah, all my fasts are complete, and you keep some fast in the month of Shaban, you will get prepared for the month of Ramadan. You would know that मुझे गर्मी कितनी लगेगी, मेरी sleep disturbance कितनी होगी, How will I be able to cope with things? It's like a mental preparation time. So once you're mentally prepared and Ramadan lands, then things become much easier. And the third important concept is لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. Work on your taqwa. And taqwa is your deeper connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. These are the three elements that you need to work on yourself, and these are the messages that you can pass out to your patients as well. The patients will come to you, they'll be in pain, they will be in misery. You can guide them about the list of do's and don'ts for Ramadan. Inshallah, we'll come to that. And at the same time, you also tell them, fast. This is a farz ibadah, because many a time patients, from the doctor's perspective, they're perfectly fine. I mean, yes, they're going through a certain ailment, but they can fast. Because every other patient is going to ask you, Doctor Sahab, main roza rakhu ke na rakhu? And they sort of transfer the load to you, responsibility to you. And sometimes we don't understand ke isko mujhe kya batana chahiye. So you should have a lot of clarity. You should tell them that if your sickness doesn't allow you to fast, remember this is a farz ibadah and you will have to make up for it later on when you're healthy. Unless it's a chronic ailment. It is going to go on for years and years, and that's the time when you need to understand how to give fidya. So when we say that the main focus of fasting is on taqwa, building of taqwa, let us try to understand what is taqwa. If you look at the literal meaning of taqwa, it means to abstain, apne aap ko rokna, to stop yourself. So that means this is a conscious effort. Think of any scenario in your life. You're angry. You want to say something equally nasty to a person who's standing in front of you, and then you stop yourself. Say, no, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to stoop down to the same level as he or she did. मैं उस जैसी नहीं बनूंगी. The moment you do that, that's a conscious effort. Somebody who is on diet, another person, a friend or a mother offers you a very delicious, yummy chocolate cake. What do? You stop yourself. You abstain yourself. You're like, no, 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 no. When everyone is offering you, just take a bite. एक piece से कुछ नहीं होता. Till the time you stay conscious, you are able to work on yourself. But the moment you become casual, then everything starts going wrong. So taqwa is a similar kind of a conscious effort that you make. And in taqwa, there is a firm conviction. You are totally convinced about what you're doing. Whatever you do, for example, you're praying. You make a conscious effort for that. 5 times a day, I'm praying. And then you have firm conviction, if I pray, my life over here will become better. And my hereafter is also going to give me good results. If I speak truth over here, I will become a better person. And inshallah, it will also influence my hereafter. ये नहीं है कि you come up and say, क्या फायदा हुआ सच बोलने का? If I do ihsan with my parents, it is going to pay me off. And I'm doing it solely for Allah's sake. This gives you clarity in your decisions. That's the beauty of taqwa. It's not like it will make you into just a pious person, a religious looking person. No, it will add on to quality in your life. You would know, this is right, I'll do it. This is haram, I won't do it. Don't expect me to lie for any reason. Ghar mein bhi clarity. How much time I need to focus on what relationship, where I need to say yes and where I need to say no. This gives you discipline and this gives you self-regulation. Now this self-regulation is very important. There is going to be time, and especially being professional and being grown up, nobody is going to run after you telling you, beta, apna sar cover kar lo, beta, namaz pad lo, beta, badtamizi se baat nahi karte, beta, don't be on your screen all the time, beta, sleep on time, beta, get up on time, beta, apni almari se hi saaf kar lo. You are going to be on your own. So once you start working on your taqwa, it also gives you this self-regulation, ownership of your life. This is about my life and I have to do justice to it. Why? I want to be a better person in this life and yes, for my akhirah. And as I always say, being doctor, people look up to you. Wherever you are, you're working in your clinic, you're working in a teaching hospital, you are an internee, you are a PG student, you are HOD, you could be at any position. But the moment people find out you are a doctor, people have high expectation of you. People look up to you. If they observe a doctor doing something very sound, it becomes extremely catchy. And with this self-regulation and the taqwa, once you start practicing all these traits, it ultimately starts affecting your heart. Taqwa is a condition of your heart, basically. Like all these elements, the conscious effort, the conviction, the clarity in decision, discipline, it comes from your heart. Dil chahta hai. Your heart is convinced on that. Ye nahi hai ki you are forcing yourself. You're getting bored with the whole concept. No. You're thrilled. You're totally excited about it. Every day you get up and you're like, Alhamdulillah. Allah has given me a new day and I'm going to get the best out of it. Once you have all these traits, following the benchmarks of Islam becomes so easy. That is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us this refresher course in Ramadan. Here is Ramadan. Here is your package. Whether you are at home, whether you are a student or you are a professional, focus on taqwa. Recharge yourself. And this will last you the rest of 11 months. And in those 11 months, this is going to be solution to all your miseries, all your problems. So once you have this concept inside you, once you start practicing it, it will become so much easy for you to deliver to your patients. And remember, this is one thing that I have very amazingly observed. Your patients are ready to listen to all your advice. They will ask you, medicine के साथ, medicine दूध के साथ लेनी है, पानी के साथ लेनी है. They will ask you, सोना कितने बजे है. They will ask you, उठना कितने बजे है. Even if when they don't feel like doing something, they will ask you everything. And they will make their utmost effort to follow whatever you are telling them. They take bitter pills for you. They get their bodies poked with injectables just because the doctor advised. They are ready to be on an operation theatre table. Why? Getting body opened, just trusting you. So that is why work on yourself and also work on your patients. What kind of professional strength we get from taqwa? You will be able to withstand all external and internal pressures. Think of anything that is bothering you in your life. None of us can say there is no pressure on me. पहले तो अंदर खुश नहीं होते हम. We are sometimes negative people. We are not happy with ourselves. Sometimes we have a blend of emotions. We don't admit it, but we are jealous. We hate someone. We had very bad childhood, very abusive relationships, and they have all affected us badly, emotionally. Or spiritually, we also lack connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then the external pressures, people around us, our family, our relatives, then professionally our colleagues, our seniors. It's a constant battle around us. Then people in the society, and we also find out our nafs and desires. These are the ones which put in the external and internal pressure on us. Then we need clarity of concepts. Every other day we are standing with someone and we are trying to understand one concept or the other. Ye nahi samajh aaya, wo nahi samajh aaya. Taqwa is going to help you with intention. It will always keep you having a check on your intention. Why am I doing a certain thing? And yes, you will always focus on the concepts which are coming from Quran and Sunnah. Taqwa will give you strength of yourself, inner strength, in the times of tests, trials, ailments, issues. You will be able to survive. Because that's a firm conviction. Whatever happens in my life, there is a reason for that. And Allah always has a best plan for me. चाहे बीमारी आती है, चाहे खुशी आती है, चाहे गम आता है, चाहे किसी की डेथ आती है, कुछ भी आता है, there is something good in that for me. Taqwa gives you a beautiful character. Even your dress code, your akhlaq, your mannerism, your personality starts changing.